A wrestler suspended. CM Punk reveals secret WWE talks. My review of Monday Night Raw, and more. I'm Ollie Davis, and this is the WrestleTalk News.
Support WrestleTalk!
Do you remember when CM Punk made his return to professional wrestling in August 2021? It was his first time back in a wrestling promotion since he walked out on WWE in January 2014, and it made a lot of weak men cry. Not me though, it was just hot that day. I was very sweaty around my eyeballs. On that night, which was the second ever episode of AEW Rampage, Punk said, "I was never gonna get healthy physically, mentally, spiritually, or emotionally, staying in the same place that got me sick in the first place." He was talking about WWE, and that implied he hadn't wanted to return there during his 7 years away from wrestling. But as we've learned over the last few months, CM Punk's principles change the more money he gets. I mean, the more time he's given to grow as a human. We're all really proud of him. Because in a new interview with the My Mum's Basement podcast, Punk revealed he actually agreed to return to WWE back in 2018, which wasn't only one of its worst times creatively, it was also the year the company still ran the Crown Jewel show in Saudi Arabia despite the killing of Jamal Khashoggi, which we now know was the Miz's fault. I think the Twitter and the internet perception is I tried to go back to WWE and they didn't want me, so I went and did the Fox show. Like, that's not what happened at all. I had a hilarious clandestine meeting in the Borgata in Atlantic City with Vince and Triple H. I don't even know now. Like, what is it? It's 2025. This has to be 2018 or 2019. And it's just cause Vince just started. I had agents, they were telling me, hey, they want to talk to you. And I was like, whatever, I'm not interested, you know? And then Vince just started calling me. He was like, hey, I'm eliminating the middleman. Like, we gotta. And I was just like, this is insane, you know? And it just so happened that, like, well, I'm going to be here. All right, we can get there. Okay, all right. We had a meeting and we had a handshake agreement, and then he ghosted me. Punk would later make a deal with Fox to host their WWE Backstage show in late 2019. Making a deal with WWE can be a devil's bargain, though. Because what's Lucifer Layton doing in the Impact Zone? Lol TNA segue. TNA's record-setting Slammiversary took place on Sunday the 20th of August, with the promotion breaking their North American attendance record. And it also broke Brian Alvarez's star rating scale, where he awarded Indy Hartwell versus Tessa Blanchard the very rare half a star. Apparently, he hasn't awarded a pay-per-view match half a star since Seth Rollins vs. The Fiend at Hell in a Cell 2019. That's how bad it is. That match also saw a large portion of the crowd chant, "She's a racist," at Tessa Blanchard during her match against Indy Hartwell, referencing the allegations of racist bullying that came out against her back in 2020. Tessa would lose the match, so she beat up interviewer Gia Miller during Indy's post-match talk. She argued with TNA's director of Authority, Santino, backstage too, which led to him suspending her indefinitely. It's unknown whether this is a storyline or whether it's a way to write Tessa out, with her return still not connecting with the audience. And Blanchard isn't the only thing that's rubbed TNA fans the wrong way. The whole WWE partnership thing has gotten a bit of a backlash too. On the 16th of January, following a year of crossovers between TNA and NXT, WWE and TNA formally announced a multi-year partnership. A partnership that has so far had NXT Women's Champion Roxanne Perez beat TNA Knockouts Champion Jordynne Grace, NXT Champion Ethan Page kicking TNA World Champion Joe Hendry in the dick to win at No Mercy, TNA World Champion Joe Hendry getting thrown out of the Royal Rumble in under 2 minutes, NXT Champion Oba Femi beating TNA X Division Champion Moose at Roadblock, Randy Orton pretty much squashing TNA World Champion Joe Hendry in a several-minute match at WrestleMania, Trick Williams beating Joe Hendry for the TNA World title on NXT's Battleground, and at Slammiversary on Sunday, Trick retaining against Mike Santana and Hendry, and NXT Women's Champion JC Jane beating Masha Slamovich to also become the TNA Knockouts champion. Yes, the WWE partnership has almost definitely pushed TNA out to a bigger audience, which is vital with TNA management looking to secure a new TV rights deal. But this has come at a cost. The WWE is booking NXT to clearly dominate TNA. If you weren't watching TNA in the noughties, this is the classic LOL TNA situation. With NXT stars now holding their 2 top singles belts, TNA diehards have seemingly decided enough is enough. Well, they review bombed the Slammiversary show on Cage Match so much, which is wrestling's closest equivalent to Rotten Tomatoes, the site has had to issue a statement declaring TNA's events and matches will now be subject to user moratorium rules, which means there will be restrictions placed on accounts rating TNA shows to stop tribalism running wild. What do you think about how TNA and WWE's partnership has gone so far? Let me know in the comments down below because I'll be replying to people from out of nowhere. Before I get on to my Monday Netflix review, here's a clip from our video game channel Control Freaks, where Sullivan tries to teach Dom and Tilly the joys of football.
Very good pass, very nice. Now I'm going to cross it in and hit circle. Oh, no! Unlucky. It's fine. We can do that again. We can just bloody do it again.
Well, I don't think you should do something again that failed. You should do something different. That's strategy.
Hit circle.
Yes!
Yes! Tilly's got a goal! Unbelievable!
Blue is the colour.
Football
Tilly is the game.
Tilly. Tilly's got a goal.
Paul's cued. He's absolutely
he's
rattled.
shaking. He can't deal with it.
He's shaking in his core.
Raw started with CM Punk shouting, "It's clobbering time," just several days before the release of Marvel's Fantastic Four movie, the franchise from which It's Clobbering Time originates. Useless trivia fact: with Punk only debuting The Taunt in 2009 and the other 3 Fantastic Four films coming out in 2005, 2007 and 2015, when Punk was on hiatus, this is the first time in history Punk, being an active wrestler, has coincided with one of the movie's release dates. What am I doing with my life? Whatever it is, it's more interesting than Punk's promo with Gunther. Despite only having one more show to build their SummerSlam match, they had a very generic exchange of words, arguing over who is the best in the world. Stop getting Gunther wrong. Sheamus beat Rusev in their second match, bringing them 1-1. And possibly closer to the inevitable tag team from a best-of-7 act. Sheamus endearingly covered for botching a top rope lariat outside, and the crowd, who were patchy throughout the night, came alive for the big move final few minutes. We got a clip to promote WWE Unreal, and they chose Triple H sending iShow Speed out for the Royal Rumble, i.e. a clearly scripted backstage angle. Again, do not believe Unreal will be real. This is wrestling. It's all a work. Ivy Nile, Dragon Lee, and Das Grande Americana got involved in the tag title #1 contenders match, where American Made argued with not Ludwig Kaiser, letting LWO roll up the New Day to win. Backstage, Grayson Waller came up to the New Day, now in the stage of anger over losing their belts, to reveal, with Austin Theory injured, A-Town Down Under is officially done. That's how they paid off a 513-day-long breakup story. He might join the New Day now. Becky Lynch and Lyra Valkyria updated their SummerSlam title match stipulations, where Lyra can no longer challenge for the IC belt if she loses, probably just against Becky rather than the IC belt forever, just like Lynch had on the line previously, and Valkyria forced it to be no DQ. The way Becky agreed, though, makes me think she's up to something. A plot that was further thickened by Bayley behaving as though nothing was wrong between her and Lyra, and booking them both in a tag title match against the Judgment Day. They worked really well together, but Becky and Dominic Mysterio interference cost them the win. I wouldn't be surprised if Bayley sided with Lynch at SummerSlam in joint frustration towards Gen Z. This fed neatly into Dom's medical status, with Adam Pearce angrily pointing out he must be fine if he keeps interfering in matches. AJ Styles was, at times, a valet, a janitor, and a medic on this episode to surprise Mysterio. But Dom laid him out in the end to reveal he will fight at SummerSlam. Sami Zayn might want to take some more time on the shelf, as he was clearly not ready to return to the ring against Karrion Kross. Kross beat him thanks to Scarlet interference, drawing them 1 win apiece too. Also for the inevitable best-of-7 tag act angle. One of the most impressive pops of the night came for just a backstage segment, when Io Sky set up a match against Stephanie Vaquer on this episode. Showed how over they both are. They had a really good match, starting slow and building steadily to an exciting finish, but just like their other singles match in April, WWE don't want to beat either woman, with Sky fighting for the title next week and Vaquer challenging for it in Paris. So Chelsea Green and the Secret Hervis caused the understandable, if frustrating DQ. Naomi jumps Sky. So, to make you forget about the lame finish, WWE hit the Rhea Ripley button to clear house. Michael Cole ran down the whole card for SummerSlam, but only Tiffany Stratton versus Jade Cargill and CM Punk versus Gunther had moving match graphics. What are the rules? What are the rules. And the main event segment, built up heavily throughout the whole night, was Roman Reigns confronting Paul Heyman. Roman got a monster reaction, but Heyman started off the promo, first saying Seth Rollins is going to be out of action for a very long time, so he's back next week then. And then asking Reigns to take his place in this new faction. I never once thought that was a serious offer, it was more mind games. Roman said Heyman was no longer a wise man, he's now a dumbass. And in the most babyface he's been in years, Reigns put over the help of his family, the Usos, Solo Sikoa, even Sami Zayn, for helping make the bloodline and his title reign what it was. Heyman betrayed that. Breaker, who was getting increasingly irate throughout, grabbed the mic to say Heyman would never stab him in the back, so he's betraying him next week, and told Reigns to do what he does best and leave. Roman brawled, but the bronze overwhelmed him, so Jey Uso made the save for the faces to stand tall, without his full yeet entrance for a change. Because WWE do know that's stupid, and they do protect the ones they care about, like Roman Reigns. This definitely feels like they're building a Roman and Jey versus Braun and Bronson tag for SummerSlam. This week's Raw is 71%. Now click the video on screen to go watch Sullivan teach Dom and Tilly how to play FIFA. Football!